Someone will say burn my dread, babe.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about DC Comics' newly announced games, Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. I'm really excited for Suicide Squad, but I want to talk about Gotham Knights first because I think it has the most interesting premise out of the two games. Gotham Knights completely came out of left field, considering that we knew Warner Bros. Montreal was making it their own IP for a long time. I'm happy to say that Gotham Knights does look really promising, especially story-wise, considering they took the liberty to kill off Batman, quote-unquote, because we all know he's not dead. And they also are using the Court of Owls as their big villain, which we don't really get to see with a lot of Batman games. I'm happy that they're using more obscure things from the Batman mythology in a game rather than relying on the basic same rogues gallery that Batman has had for multiple games now. And I'm happy that they're separating themselves from the Arkham games, which we don't really get to see a lot of because most games prior to the Arkham series weren't good. And I'm hoping that Gotham Knights does take its ability to be its own thing and flesh itself out. Now, the gameplay I'm not really excited about, mainly because it has a lot of RPG elements. I'm not a fan of action games taking those elements. The current Assassin's Creed games do it, and the new Avengers game is doing it. I personally don't like that system unless it's in a looter shooter. I could be wrong about it, but it does look somewhat eh. It could be really good, but it could be pretty bad. We'll just have to wait and see until it's playable for everyone to get their hands on. But I'm more curious to know if the game is open world, because in some shots it looks pretty open and in others it looks linear. I'm hoping that it is open world, mainly because we haven't had a co-op adventure game in a long time that allows you to experience the campaign alongside a buddy since Saints Row 4, I believe, which came out in 2013. And this also does look like it's trying to compete with Marvel's Avengers, and I'm a lot more excited for this game than I am the Avengers. Now let's talk about Suicide Squad, the game that I'm most excited about, not only because it's made by Rocksteady. I'm excited because it continues the Arkham story. Arkham Knight ended in a very strange way, and I think that's a good thing. And it was a perfect way to end the Arkham series, but me and a lot of people have been curious to know what happened afterwards. And I'm also really excited to know that we're not in Gotham anymore. We've been in Gotham for many games, not only in the Arkham series, and Batman gets the most love out of any DC hero. So seeing Metropolis again, since we haven't seen it since 2009, in a game like this is something that I'm really excited to see. On another note, I'm really excited to see Rocksteady return with their critically acclaimed Arkham combat. I know some people are going to say the same combat is in a whole bunch of other games, but Rocksteady did it first, and they have also expanded upon it with every Arkham release, which is something that we don't get to see from a lot of developers that mimic the same combat style. And even in the reveal trailer we got to see Harley do a takedown, which was really cool. The game is supposed to be 4 players, and if you play solo you can switch between all 4 characters simultaneously. So I'm really excited to see how that'll play out. I wish I could say more about it, but I really can't, mainly because they literally only showed us a trailer and gave us a little few details about it. But I'm really excited to also know that the Arkhamverse is expanding. I would love for the Arkham games to basically be DC's cinematic universe, because DC movies, in my opinion, aren't that good. I didn't even like the Joker, so for the Arkham games to take the liberty of fleshing itself out by going to different cities and exploring different heroes and villains is really exciting to me, especially since we are familiar with this world compared to Gotham Knights or anything that we've gotten prior. I'm definitely excited for Suicide Squad more than any other superhero game that's supposed to be releasing in the future, even more than Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, mainly because we're returning to a world that we haven't seen in years, and finally getting to see all the theories and rumors come to fruition in a game is really exciting. And I can't wait to see what Rocksteady does to blow our minds this time.